And in the beginning, you know, my life was kind of like Ecclesiastics say. I started my own gang and getting in a whole bunch of trouble, had money and whatever I could think of. And just like Ecclesiastics, you know, it was kind of meaningless. It was very meaningless.
All right.
And, you know, then it went to me just thinking that I owned the world. You know, having luxury cars at a young age and different things like that. And it actually led me to prison. You know, and I actually went to prison for a little bit. And I got 8 false imprisonments on my record right now. You know, and God knows. You know, and the thing about it is instead of crying out saying, you know, why me? You know, God helped me to be able to say, thank you, Lord, and what can I learn from this? What type of testimony will I have from this? And while I was in prison, you know, my cell was a prison cell that you came to when you wanted to get away from the gangs. It was a cell that you came to when you wanted to speak about family problems and stuff like that. And they ended up calling me Old Soul. And, you know, I would just speak the words, and it become like a little bit like Joseph. You know, because just all the false imprisonments, you know, I was sold into slavery by family. You know, and once I went to prison, I kept on doing the Lord's word, and everybody says that, you know, you're a felon, Raymond, you can't do this, you're a felon, you can't do that. But today, you know, I'm the director of the ranch, you know, and I'm running my own company, and it's funny. It's funny because God's brought me through so much. You know, to be a Christian in prison, sometimes it gets hard. You know, to be a father in prison, it gets hard. You know, so it's like God brought me through it to the point where when I was in prison, I would think, you know, like, I got to get a job at somewhere low. You know, I'm a felon, I can't do this, I'm a felon. I had to rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus and tell him that we are conquerors. You know, we are conquerors.
Come on, brother. Amen.
You know, and it was crazy because while I was in there, people kept saying, giving me the what ifs, you know, giving me the possibilities. And I had to just tell them, like, what God do you worship? You know, because it's not the same God that I worship. Because my God says that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. My God says that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So if you believe that there's a possibility that my God could fail, then you don't worship the same God as I do. It was funny when I came home from prison, because I barely got home in May. May 26th is the day I got home from prison out of a 4-year sentence. And I just was looking on Craigslist like crazy, and I applied for a few jobs and nothing was happening. You know, and I used to think like, God, man, my out date was January 4th, 2014. So when I got home in May 2026, I didn't catch any more time, and I would just think like, God, you know, why am I still in here? You know, why are you holding me back so much? This is like 5 months from my sentence. Right. You know, to be honest, I'm not supposed to be in here, period. You know, why is this? You know, and I thought about it when I was in there for a few times, you know, I said, this is a growth process. You know, in the beginning, I was so quick. Everybody would tell me, like, Raymond, you never seen drugs, or you never fought. You know, and I was quick to say, I seen this, and you could go to the cell, let's fight. You know, I was so quick to say that, and I didn't realize that God was saying this is a growth pattern. You know, you have to grow. You haven't became a new creation yet. You know, then it got to the point where they kept on saying it. They kept on saying it, and I kept on learning and dwelling with the Lord. And I was actually able to say, they would say, you know, Raymond, you know, you come from that good family. You didn't come from gangbanging. You didn't come from the drugs. You didn't do that. And for once in my life, you know, I was able to tell the truth and say, you're right. You know what I mean? Because when you come to Christ, you are a new creation. Yeah. You know, I did have my father in my life, and he's still here now. You know what I mean? I've never seen drugs before. I've never seen gangs. I've never seen a prison cell because I was free the whole time.
Tell it.
You know, things about it is, it's like, I came home in May 26, 2014. The first week out, you know, looking for a job, worrying about not finding a job. Then I started, like I said, I was applying for everywhere I could find on Craigslist. Then everybody just shut me down. So I was like, why? Then I landed a job working, you know, it was only 2 weeks. It was only for 1 week making $200, but I said, you know what, I'm going to take it. Yes. You know, and whatever puts money in my pocket, you know, I'm going to take it. Yeah. And it's funny because as soon as I got that job, you know, it just happened that the director was leaving. And she said, I stood up. It was funny because I was the only one doing rounds. I was the only one making sure that the clients were safe. And she looked at me, she's like, what are you doing, Red? I said, I'm making my rounds. And she said, she started laughing. So I thought I was doing something wrong. And she's like, no, you're the only one that's doing it right. Everybody else was asleep at 12 o'clock in the morning, but I was up trying to bust my butt. You know, and while I'm cleaning up the tabernacle, you know, I'm cleaning it up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. She walks in and she's just talking to me like, man, I wish that I could give you this position. There's been people that are working for this camp since 85, 89. You know, and I'm just like, man, that's thank you for that blessing. You know, thank you for even just saying that. Yeah. But she said they closed my position. So I said, all right, that's fine, but I just, you know, I'm blessed just to hear you say that. You noticed me. You know, about a week later, you know, and I was with my fiance and my son, and I got a text message. You know, we were emailing back and forth, and they're like, well, are you looking for a job? You know, what type of work would you like to do? I didn't know. Like, you know, anything that pays minimum wage, I'm all right with, you know. They said, but what type of job would you want? You know, like, what do you want? I said, as long as it pays the bill, I don't know. You know, as long as it pays the bills, I'm good with it. They said, but they asked me this question at least 10 times, Lord is my witness. I didn't understand that. God said that I'll give you what you need. Come on, you know, the heart's your desire, I'll give you that. Amen. So I said, I want the boss position, you know? Go big. And long story short, I got it. And instead of that minimum wage job that I was seeking, you know, I got paid $15 an hour. Good. You know, and now I'm the ranch to the director to the ranch, the CAP director, and the program coordinator and the youth coordinator for UCP. Wow. And that's in a course of 5 months. Wow. Thank you, Jesus. You know, now 7 months out, you know, I started my own business. I started my own program. And you know, it's leading people to God. It's leading people to the right direction in life. You know, and it's called FANTAP, which is just an acronym for from a negative to a positive. You know, and it's just in 7 months, you know, a great job, a great career, my own business. I'm at a prison. I was able, all those people that said, you know, what if, I was able to say, look what happened. You know, and it's a testimony to say, listen, everybody's pondering about what's been wrong in 2014. All I know is that God will hold you and hold you and hold you until you get right. You know, he didn't put me back my date. What he did was he released me at the correct time. Yes, sir. You know, and it's just like the rubber band effect that I used to preach when I was in prison. I used to tell him it's like when you have that rubber band, the devil, he'll pull you back, and he'll pull you back. Well, actually, I'm sorry, he'll pull you forward. You know, and he'll give you that fancy car. You know, then he'll give you whatever you want in life to the point where he just lets go and you go backwards in life. But see, God, he'll hold you back. You know, and when you think you're ready, he'll pull you back a little bit further. And when you think you're ready again, he'll pull you back even further to the point where he let you go. Gone. It's gone. You're gone. You know? So, that's good. I want to thank you for allowing me to speak on refreshing, because it's if you have faith in the mustard seed, you can move mountains. You know, but if you believe that you can't, or if you get afraid, if you're afraid of that weapon when it's formed against you, that means that there's a possibility that God could be wrong, and that's incorrect. So if you cannot look at these weapons and be fearful, you cannot look at these positions and just seek the lowest position, because you are more than a conqueror. You got to continue to strive for what God has put in you, and that is great. You know, and that's one thing that I learned, because I'm a felon. You know, and if I use that word and let that word bring me down, then I'm not God's child. Because the Bible says you are a new creation. So for 2015, all I can really say is just continue to strive forward for the Lord and see what he has in store for you. Because if I could do it from a belief, from out of only 7 months out of a prison cell, I guarantee you the people that don't have a record in this room have new things coming for them. You know, he's restored family for me. He restored so much. And if you think I'm not refreshed, it's crazy. So I just want to thank you for listening to my testimony.